Well, greetings everyone. I was asked to share a little bit about AT and the CATIS here in North Carolina, more specifically at North Carolina Central University. So I'm just gonna move through this and hopefully give you guys a broader perspective of what's going on, but let you know what we're up to here. So right now, the condition of AT training nationally, there are two certifications, if you didn't know it. One of them is called the RESNA Assistive Technology Professional, or ATP. It was kind of generated out of OT and PT domain folks. There's some speech language pathologists, but it really focuses on motor stuff more. Whenever you graduate with a RESNA degree or a certification, you have to have 3 years of experience before you can apply for the actual certificate, which leads to a lot of people not applying for it. Once they've established themselves in the career field, they find that extra piece doesn't add much. And the next option I'm about to share is partially because there isn't a specific visual impairments focus. Their textbook really doesn't reference a lot of our knowledge base in visual impairments, which led to the development of ACVREP, which you may know from O&M, the COMS, as well as Voc Rehab, to create the Certified Assistive Technology Instructional Specialist, or the CATIS. There's a little bit of a debate. Is it CATIS, ATIS? I like CATIS because you can hear the AT within this domain. The CATIS certification is a university level training, and it involves a master's degree generally. And there's some, like most of the degrees, there's some introductory level classwork in Braille, in knowledge of visual impairments, and low vision, things of that nature. And then there's more advanced work in technology and assistive technology specifically. There are certificate programs that are available, so it isn't a full master's degree. If you already have a master's and you would like to add the certification, there are options. I'll share those in a moment. There's also an option that was available for the first year that the CATIS existed that allowed existing professionals to get certified regardless of their educational level, because we had a lot of people in the country who had maybe a high school diploma and then 30 years of working in AT, or perhaps an associate's degree in technology or information technology and 30 years of experience working in, say, Voc Rehab or something. As a result, the field said that we should offer something for people to recognize their experience and contribution and knowledge base. And that lasted for about a year, and then it closed out with about 60 or 70 people choosing to use that option to get certified. As a result, the board of ACVREP met, and currently that option for people that have experience is open. I'm not going to say indefinitely, but open until the board feels at such time we've hit kind of a critical mass, or it has been open long enough that it's felt that people who are going to seek it are going to get it, at which point the CATIS certification will move to more exclusively a master's level training. In order to do that option, you have to demonstrate that you have academic work in the core domain proficiencies of assessment, technology, and instruction. This isn't just a tech person. This isn't just a TVI. This is a person that can do all of that. And then you have to certify experience providing direct services a number of hours per year. And like other ACVREP certifications, you pay your money, you take your test, you pass your test, you become certified. And beyond that, then to maintain your certification, uniquely because of this one, it actually has a 3-year window. Oh wait, is it 3? I just recertified mine in 2019. Actually, it's a 2-year window for recertification. So you really have to get your CEUs, and that was done because all of us on the subject matter committee felt that it changes so quickly in technology that we really need to qualify. And of the 100 or so CATISs out there, there's already been maybe a dozen that have had their certification lapse because of that tight window. So It's a big deal. Now, existing programs out there, you're going to see North Carolina showing up on this list, but the first program in the nation was at Northern Illinois University. I can, shine my shiny button and say I helped launch that program. It is a graduate degree program, as well as a certification program. And that program is established entirely face-to-face. It involves summer intensives, and it really is another certification program. They actually offer all 4 certificate areas in visual impairments in terms of voc rehab, O&M, PSVI, and CATIS. The second program, to my knowledge, is University of Massachusetts, Boston. The one at Northern Illinois is Dr. Stacy Kelly. UMass Boston is overseen by Rachel Trinkowski. It is a certificate program. To my knowledge, I may be wrong. It may have already been approved. I just haven't heard, so I'm not looking to misspeak about my colleagues. Their graduate degree program is still in the processes of approval, but they do have a certification program. It's universities. Their program is entirely online, and Dr. Rachel Trinkowski is an excellent online educator in terms of best practices, good friend. The third program in the country was Western Michigan University, and that is done by Sarah Elizabeth Begune. She was actually in one of my early courses of it. She is an accomplished assistive technology person. She was working on her graduate degree there. She should be finishing soon. Hopefully they hire her. They are both a graduate certification program, and they have a graduate degree, I believe, option. In looking at their website and reviewing things, they offer all of the other domains in visual impairments as well. That is also an online program. And again, Sarah Elizabeth Begune, in terms of accessibility and online education, she's awesome. I can't wait till I can call her Dr. Begune, frankly, because she came through my courses and taught me a lot. She's brilliant. And then the fourth program in the country will be soon is North Carolina Central University. You may have heard of it. In which case, right now we are offering the online workshops for people that don't have the core domain and want to use the option for existing professionals. We are offering those through our online system. We offer them in the fall and in the spring. I teach those kind of in sync with our university schedule. The graduate degree program, which we proposed about a year ago, is going through UNC approval. We are very hopeful that in mid-November we will hear. I apologize for the traffic behind me. I am itinerant today, and I want to get this out. That we will hear mid-November that program has been approved by the UNC system. It has cleared all the hurdles on our campus with an expected start date of fall 2020. We also will, on the heels of that, immediately propose a graduate certificate program. That's what comes next. It's a much smoother and faster process, and we expect once we have that approval, it will also go live fall 2020 for many of you out there who are existing professionals who may be interested in this area. Our program will be a hybrid program, so we will have some face-to-face times on campus, and most of it, though, is going to be online. But there's just some times when we need to come in and get hands-on technology, and some of that's challenging online. And in terms of competencies, there's going to be some face-to-face options. Now, the next few slides are just kind of talk a little bit for you to build out your knowledge of CATIS and technology. What is a CATIS? So I put this in terms of defining the relationship. A CATIS is a person who has both knowledge, the ability to reference, and the ability to research. I kind of think of them as the ophthalmology in assessment, in that, like, we have to know all of the stuff about the eye in order to adequately apply what we know about the functional vision and everything else. We have to be proficient. The same thing is true in technology for a CATIS. It's proficiency, but not necessarily that level of high level of expertise that you would get with, say, a network specialist or who knows. We're also not an IT person, but we can talk and understand IT. We're not going to be in a room with an IT person and have them talk over our heads. We need to be really proficient in everything. Specialty is our domain. We take the technology, we take the knowledge of vision, our knowledge of assessment, and we bring that all to really what is a functional independence use of technology. As a result, CATISs have to wear many hats, and as of right now, most CATISs have a certification in at least one other domain area. We're not sure where this is going to lead in the end, but this is where we are. In terms of training, our exposure has to be really broad. We have to be able to use consumer tools, and those basically require more mastery. It's not just our special stuff. It's an iPhone, which is an accessible technology and not an assistive technology. We have to be proficient in our specialty stuff. And all of this requires a great deal of diligence from us as professionals. In the end, we can't assess or recommend devices that we aren't personally familiar with in terms of use and function. So we've got to have user experience. And part of the way we do this is we embed it into our routines. You know, we check our mail on our Braille Note Touch, or we, you know, do some searching and research there, or we listen to a book on a, oh, my mind's going blank, on a Victor Stream. We use the devices day in, day out. We have to have designated training and exploration as well to get better. And then we also have to have an understanding of implications of other disabilities, because our students are going to have them and our clients are going to have them. And so we've got to be able to speak to others knowledgeably about their assistive technology and how to integrate those things from our perspective. Up till this time, we in the field of visual impairments have trailed the adoption rate of technology by roughly 10 to 15 years when it comes to consumer technologies and alternatives. But many of the technologies we have created have predated the consumer tech. We had Braille and Speaks long before laptops were a common thing that were out there. We had PDAs long before. We've had 3D printing with Roland machines with APH materials 25, 30 years before 3D printing became a thing recently. We have to stay on this technology because it's going to move so fast. We have to be diligent to keep up. All of our new knowledge will enable us to improve our services, and the pace of technology will allow us to come up with new dynamic solutions. My philosophy is that nothing technological is outside our sphere of learning as CATISs. We've got to be capable of learning it. We can't look at it and go, ugh, too much for me. We can accept that we don't know a lot about it, but we also have to have the understanding that should we need to get trained up in that device, we have enough knowledge and we have the skill and the temperament to do so. And the other thing is we have got to collaborate with other rehab and educational professionals. A CATIS can't do it by themselves. A CATIS is an instructional specialist, not just assessment, not just referral. We teach the technology. We are teachers. Now, as a new domain field, there aren't certificates at the district levels and school districts for CATISs. There aren't even districts nationwide for O&M beyond the national certification. This is going to change over time. But I wanted to throw these slides in there so that you guys understood a little bit that who is a CATIS, who might want to be a CATIS, you may already be a CATIS and just not certified yet, was clear in there. At Central, we are going to be working very hard to support professionals in the field in AT. We're getting our resources marshaled. We're getting our organization stuff together. We're looking for strong professionals to serve in terms of teaching workshops and supporting that, to build a cadre of teachers around the state that are really good at certain technologies and willing to share. We really look forward to this and hope people will reach out if some of this has been interesting to you. So take care, and thank you for a little bit of your time.